we got to make your children extensions of you as leader. So let's say we're all going out. Kids first, then you, then the dog. We're going upstairs. Kids first, then you, then the dog. Now, I know she loves your daughters, but eventually, as they get older, she may want to put them in check. Right. Especially, so the 6-year-olds, that's fine. But when they become 10 and they start to be a little bit more assertive, we don't even want to go down that road. Right. Okay, so what we're going to do is the following. What's your daughter's name?
The little one?
Yep.
Sonia.
So Sonia's here after school. She has her snack. She's sitting on the chair. She's watching TV. And here comes this one. Hey, boom, boom, boom. And she lies her body next to her. One of the things that you said to me that's alarming is that she plopped her body on top of her when she got scared of that noise. She protected her. You see, in Olivia's mind, Sonia and your other daughter are her little underlings.
Yes.
And the danger of that may be cute, but the danger is she will also correct them if they get out of hand. So we need to make sure that she does not ever see that these children are hers. We need to make these children yours and Jen's. So what I want you to do often, this is going to actually make your kids much, much safer where we won't have these issues. You see, I also think that then when there's chaos and there's other kids around, that she gets even more protective. And I don't know, but it's all sort of feeds in. So let's say that here's your daughter's eating and she gets up next to her and she paws or she's lying, putting her body right in front of your daughter. I want you to come up, forward body pressure, and shove her away from your child. And your child's gonna go, but Dad, I want her. No. You're showing this dog, these are your kids, not hers, and that you're in charge of the interactions around them. Very important that you're in charge of these interactions. So by shoving her away from your children, find those times over the next several weeks. Okay. Anytime she goes, listen, we're not having her not be wonderful with your children and be around them, but she must realize these are your kids, not hers to protect, and not hers to correct. Mm-hmm. Okay? So come up, put your fanny next to your daughter, and just shove her away, and then go about your business. You're going to do that as often as, if they're sitting here playing a game and Olivia plops her body down next to them, shove her away. Find as many times as you can to do that. Okay? If Olivia goes to growl at any of these situations when you do this, you got to call me because then I got to understand what's going on. Okay? If she growls when you go to shove her away from your children, it just means that we may need to put a muzzle on her while we do these exercises because I don't want anybody getting bitten. She's definitely going to get bummed out, but we have no choice. She has to go, she cannot be in this position anymore. All right. So starting and ending interaction. So what do you think? Do you think you could go and move her right now?
Maybe.
Do you think she'll growl at you?
No.
Okay, so go up. You're going to take your foot and you're just going to nudge her. Go ahead.
Do I need to kind of walk?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just lead with your head. Okay, take your foot and push. Good, perfect. All right, now go walk through her again. Walk through her, forward body pressure, push. Good, turn around, walk through her again. So you just moved her 3 times, okay? You're gonna move her a lot. Look who she's looking at. She's looking at you. She's starting, you understand how this starts? Yeah. Okay, and corners out of the way, fine. If she's lying in the middle of the floor, you're moving her. So I'm gonna go see where her bed is. Yep. So go ahead.
Do I move her here?
Yeah, go ahead and move her. She's controlling access. Good. Ears back. She's looking at you. Awesome. Okay.
So we got rid of the crate a while ago.
So, child's bedroom? Terrible spot for her. So this is fine. This is fine. and start sticking them underneath things in corners.
Can I take these? If she
Sure.
wants and put them-
Just put them in, don't let her move you, though. She can't like grab them and start moving around.
If we look downstairs.
Yeah, so we're gonna go downstairs. I'll let you go first. So we're gonna start looking for submissive spots to put her beds.
Now what do I do here?
Just take her, nudge her, push down. Boom. Get her out of the way. Good. Let me explain. You can move her 40 times a day, and that's better.
Okay.
So you're gonna move her as much as you possibly can. So show me the places in the house that you guys tend to hang out.
We hang out in here a lot.
Okay. So this is fine.
That could be her spot.
That's a great spot. That's a great spot. That's any kind of corners. This is not great. This will kind of load her up. But there and there, and then in here.
We eat in the dining room a lot.
Good. Okay. So there's a chair there. That's great. Or if she's underneath the table, that's okay. Do you use this door?
No.
So right in here where the easel is fine. In the kitchen, that's the doorway. This is good. I don't know food here. But maybe we can see the food. I don't know. Just underneath things and in corners. That's the most important thing. Okay? And if she's lying low floor, you're removing her. If she's lying close to you, you're not. If she's lying next to the kids, you're moving her. Okay? So starting in the interaction, I want you to play with her, but you just nudge you to your children, nudge you to your guests. So if you're the guest and she comes up, does this come up and shove her away from your guest. Okay? All right. So let me just kind of come back and write these things down. Do you have any questions?
No, it seems pretty straightforward.
Okay. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds very,
Okay.
it's very animal-like.
Well, you know what? It is, but it's actually it's so simple.
It's really simple. I get it. I grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood. That's how guys acted.
Well, that's exactly right.
It's
It's so funny. I have an internship program where people become dog trainers. It's about a year program, so they get to a pretty much fundamental level. And I do an exercise on Greenwich Avenue in Greenwich. So we all go, and a lot of the people that do this take the classes. And some of them are men. Most are women. And a lot of women have they need to work on learning about body pressure and how body pressure can really influence how people behave. Of course, I was just saying that cocktail bars we see we see it. That's what we see a lot. Football fields we see it. So when everybody gets off at the bottom of the avenue, I don't know if the Greenwich Avenue, the train's down there, and everybody starts walking up the avenue, and you get these high-level execs, and they just start walking up, and they have their bags, and they're literally on a mission to get to their home. So that you'll see a whole stream of these men walking up Greenwich Avenue. So I will time it around 6 o'clock. We all meet there, all the interns. I do this one time, and they all start. And I took this girl named Talia, she's worked for me she's been with me for 8 years. But she did this internship program, and I have a video of her doing this. And I said, "All right, Talia." She goes, "They're never gonna move." I said, "Talia, forward in your body pressure, and you are not to change course. You are to walk right through these men." But I said, "But you need to be forward." So she starts on the top of the avenue, and she starts walking through these guys, and it is amazing to watch these guys. I think she's like 5'2", and they all start whoa, and they see her coming, and they get out of her way. I said, "You just owned the sidewalk. You became dominant in this space, and it doesn't matter your size. It depends on your stature, and it's really quite amazing what they can all do. So it doesn't matter. Now with your kids, we can't have them doing this stuff. Yeah. So forward body. Leader goes first. Upstairs. I think you got it on the recording. Downstairs. I'll write some of this stuff down. Through doorways and greetings. So how is Olivia on a leash?
great.
Okay, but she's walking next to you.
Yeah.
Okay. blood pressure, use legs. Okay. And then you're going to move her 20 times each day. That's a minimum. And again, you should see her, it's going to be interesting. When you go to move her a lot, she's going to start yawning at you. And that's actually good. If she starts yawning at you, I want to know. Because what she's saying is, will you relax, all right? Will you just relax? It's a calming signal to a dominant. So when a dog yawns when you become dominant by moving her, she's actually asking you to relax. If you go to move her and she does a shake off, then I want to know that too. Because that means she was tense when you were moving her, and then I need to watch out for that. Okay? If she goes to snap at any one of you, that's not good. Okay. When your children go over and she's lying on her bed, have you ever seen an aggression? Any tenseness? Or are you managing it and keeping her away from the kids away from her on her bed? Are you teaching us?
They don't go in the crate. You know, they never would go in that in the crate. And they don't really go when she's up on that bed upstairs. But if she's laying around here,
then
they're all over her.
Okay. So sometimes move her off the bed.
Okay.
I don't want her to ever get too comfortable that she thinks she owns any place.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Say nothing. Alpha spots are center of room, doorways, entrances, or when she separates herself from you in the middle of a room. You know, she was lying there. But if she was lying here, she wouldn't be dominant. Elevated areas. You need to win those areas. No couches or chairs. Okay. I think you got it on this recording, but I think it would be good for you guys to sort of listen to it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and
2 times each for the door.
yeah, just that. And so next lesson is start and end all interaction. So petting, I want you to pet her, but I want you to determine when you pet her. If she nudges you, shove her like a linebacker.
If she does her paw thing.
Yep, or, you know. Or
She
does
typically does paw. She doesn't really
Okay.
use her head.
So then you're going to get up and shove her away like a linebacker.
Okay. She's going to get kind of bummed, huh?
For the first few days. But she's not an alpha dog. So actually, she's
She's
going
going
to
to relax eventually.
Yeah, she's just going to be like, so probably in about 3 days, she'll be like, so I'd say by Monday, she's going to start coming around.
Okay.
You will see that she's more submissive and less pushy and less nudgy.
Right.
You got to do everything at once. Don't say, I'll do this, because then she'll actually fight it harder.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah.
No, look, we were, you know, either she was staying or she's going, and if she's staying, she's.
Yeah, you know what? She's not a bad dog. That was not a very smart thing to do. We already knew that she was aggressive to the bones, and then you had chaos. You had a bunch of kids over. It was just one of those.
Yeah, Jen clearly knows that.
Yeah, she
It
knows.
wasn't thinking.
She's blaming herself. This too shall pass.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the kind of thing where the kid's gonna be fine. It's, you know, it's such a bummer.
Yeah.
4 by pressure, use legs if necessary. Okay. Linebacker. Okay. So here's what I need you to do for next lesson. Again, we're going to build our bag of tricks. We're going to also teach her that you're really in charge of interactions, so that she never thinks in a chaotic situation that she's in charge of the interactions. Put her away